up, guys? If you're new here, I'm Cassie. I hope this helps. I just want to put this out there. If you know somebody who is self-harming themselves, please help them. Talk to somebody and get them help, please. Because this is serious. But without further ado, here's my story. So ever since I can remember, I've been bullied. I've been bullied for a long time, and I would always wonder why I got bullied on, and like nobody else did. You know, and it hurt because I was just a kid who just wanted to go to school and learn and be with friends. But I've been bullied for a long time. And during 5th or 6th grade, I started getting depressed, like madly depressed, and it just took a really dark turn. I started cutting people out of my life. I started staying to myself. There was times where I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to be around people. I just went down a really, really, really dark hole. But people never knew that because I was always so happy. I would always have a smile on. I had it so good for so many years. I was just, why me? Nobody should go through this at all. To myself, why am I here? Can something happen to me so I could go away and not feel this type of pain anymore? I don't want to cry. I tried to kill myself more than 12 times, I think. I didn't want to feel anything anymore. But with depression came self-harm. I started hurting myself on my arms. That's how I would take care of my sadness, by cutting myself. It felt good to relieve some things off me. I just hated everything in life. But I would always try to keep a smile on so people wouldn't have to worry about me, because I don't want people worrying about me. Because I'm not important. That's how I felt. I wasn't important, so why do people gotta worry about me? But in 7th grade, I was hanging around with this girl. They're twins, but I would mostly hang out with one of them. Let's call her Crystal. And then Crystal had a best friend. Let's call her Samantha. Me, Crystal, and Samantha were skipping one day because 7th graders thought it would be cool. We were in the bathroom. Somebody yelled out, "Guys, come out. We're having a lockdown." So we came out, and they took us to the cafeteria with like 200 plus kids in there. And, you know, everybody had to stay in their classrooms and lock their doors because somebody had a gun on campus. And when I tell you I was going to get signed out, that second, they wouldn't let my mom come for me. If she would have came a little earlier, I wouldn't have gotten arrested. But, you know, we went to the lunchroom and I started panicking. I told Crystal, I was like, I have it. She was, mind you, she was the only one I told that I was cutting myself, and I told her, I think I told her not to tell anybody. She didn't take it seriously, like she didn't care, but I still told her anyways. I had the knife with me because I would cut myself in the bathrooms at lunch, and they were checking book bags, and they brought big metal detectors like the ones that they use at the airport, and they were scanning everybody. It was already like 7 something, and my school got out at like 4 something. Nobody could leave. And then I started freaking out. I started having a panic attack. I started shaking, feeling lightheaded, sweating, and I went up to the teacher. And I told her, and I need to go to the nurse. Had they checked your book bag yet? And I was like, no. And she's like, they got it checked. I was like, no, please. Before that, I had texted my mom that I loved her, and she texted me, I love you too. At that second, I had dropped my phone and it broke, so I couldn't text her anymore. And I was with my god sister. The officer, he grabbed my book bag and he checked it, and he threw the knife on the table where everybody could freaking see it. And my world came crumbling down. They took me to the library because that's where they were holding kids. I was there until like 10 o'clock. My mom came in and her eyes were red from crying. She was so disappointed, so hurt, and I could see that. And she told me she loved me, and I told her I loved her too. And they put handcuffs on me and arrested me. And they took me to a place called Grace Point. For 3 days, I met some people. We would go outside, and it would be like, there would be a gate on top, gates, and then on the ground it would be cement, so it was like gated around. We can't wear our shoes. We would have to wear our socks. They would give us sweaters. They were green, and sweatpants too. And they give us socks. They would give you toothbrushes, hairbrush, all that. And there was 4 girls to a room, 4 boys to another room. They were separate. They'll give you this much shampoo, this much conditioner. You had a bedtime. You had to wake up at a certain time too. For breakfast, you have to eat. If you don't eat, they won't let you leave. I didn't like it at all. Got Baker acted, released. I don't remember the rest. I was still depressed. Moving on to high school, sophomore year, I was hanging around with the wrong people again. They started using drugs. I knew somebody who he was a dealer, and I brought drugs for my friends. They gave me the money. I went to go get it with this one girl that I used to talk to. We got them. It was a Monday, and my best friend wasn't there. It just went so fast. I passed them out to the people who bought them. And, they took it. Most of them had took it already. And they came and got me, 3rd period. And they're like, you know why we pulled you out of class? And I was like, because I was skipping. They're like, do you really think 2 APs will come and get you for skipping? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, try again. And I was like, for drugs? And she's like, yeah, what kind of drugs do you have? And I told her. She took me to her office. The officer came in. He searched my book bags. He got them. I had 1 more pill left because this one girl was like, hold it for me. And I was like, okay. I didn't get caught. Somebody snitched. He read me my rights. My mom came in. They looked at my phone. They took it from me. Put me in handcuffs. I went to a juvenile detention center. I got checked. I got patted down. And they asked me if I was let go that day, would I hurt myself? And I told them yeah, because I didn't want to go home because I was so scared. And I said yeah. And she's like, how? And I was like, overdose. So they took me to Grace Point again, and I stayed there for evaluation for 24 hours, and then they released me. They didn't tell my mom where I was, and she got mad. But we had gone off and on in the police car because they took me back and forth because they didn't know where to take me. Following day, I went back to the juvenile detention center, did all that again. And they took my mugshot, I think, and they took my DNA sample and my fingerprints too. And I had to sign some stuff, had to make sure, urine test and all that. It was crazy. And 2 hours later, my mom picked me up and I went home and we had to go to court. I had gotten 3rd-degree felony charge for possession of a controlled substance, I believe. The first time I didn't get charged with nothing, thank God. So I had to do some community work, do something for my case manager. I don't know if I still have the felony on me because they said it would last 2 years, and I think it's only been a year now. And I went to alternative school for 4 months. The drug dealer that got me the drugs was in there too, so he had people ganging up on me and people wanted to jump me. But he's been there. He rules the school, But I made friends there. Shout out to those people because they were the ones. They made it fun at least. There was this nice lady there. We would go to her room and we would watch movies and play games. We only had 3 classes, but they were all on computers, but we still had to do work in all those classes. It was like middle school and high school mixed together. I got in trouble there with some people too because they didn't like me because of what I did. I almost got in a fight, but thank God I didn't, because if you do get in a fight, you get more time added and you got to stay there more time. I forgot when I got out. Had a therapist and she didn't help me, and then I got another therapist because that first therapist didn't know what she was doing. That was part of my case manager's thing I had to do. And there was this other lady, so sweet. I loved her. She taught me how to play chess, and I should be getting that felony off of me and next year or something so I could get a job. But that was my story. That was what I've been through. I'm trying to do better. I don't hang around with those people no more. I do have classes with some of them, but I do not. I sit far away from them. I'm just trying to do better for me. But that was my story. Thank you for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment, share. If you ever need somebody to talk to, you could come to me, and I will always be here to help anybody. I've been through a lot nobody knows about. I've been through a lot. Okay, thank you, love you, bye.